Hi children, how are you? Hope all you are fine and safe. Today we are going to start our new chapter, database concept. What is database? Database system is basically a computer-based record keeping system. The collection of data, usually referred to as the database, contain information about one particular enterprise. Before starting our chapter database, first we want to discuss what is file-based system. The file-based system can store all the data in a one big file. There is no structure associated with the data. Common data may be repeated a number of times. The database have become norm of data storage, but prior to database days, that data was stored in flat file or file-based system. Okay. Then there are so many limitations in file-based approach. First one is difficulty in access, as there is no structure associated with file-based systems. All the data is simply stored in files. So to access such type of data, specific type of application programs are to be written. A file-based system does provide any access mechanism. Next one is data redundancy. It refers to the storage of the same data multiple times. That means duplicate data in your table. This repeated data needs to be typed in over and over again, which takes a long time. Also, database space is wasted with this duplicated data. The next is data inconsistency. Multiple copies of same data when do not match, it called data inconsistency. For example, if Dr. Harpreet leaves the hospital and Dr. Mohan joins in the place of him, so now all the patients of Dr. Harpreet will go to Dr. Mohan. But what if a record of Dr. Harpreet does not get replaced? The data looks like. Next is data isolation. Data isolation refers to a situation where data of one file cannot be mapped to other related file in the absence of links or mapping or common format. Next is data dependence. Since the data stored in file-based systems have no specific and standard structure, especially application programs are written to access the data. If a new data item is added to files, so some change in the existing data item is made, the existing application programs won't work, as they would need changes as per the changed structure in or format. This situation is called data dependence. Next is data sharing security or control issue. With file-based system, there is no provision to have control over data access. All the data is available to all types of user. Then next we can discuss more about database system. Before discussing database system, first we can discuss what is database. Database is a well-organized collection of interrelated data that ensures safety, security, and integrity of data is called database. The database management system is a comprehensive software that provides the essential services to create, manage, and maintain the databases. In short, a DBMS provides the means to store the data in the database, to edit or delete the data stored, to search and analyze the data in the database. They also provide various safety and security mechanisms that ensures that in any case stored data will be safe and accessible. Then, what are the advantages of database system? Before that, what a database and database system, database management system, altogether we are telling that database system. There are many advantages are there in the database management system or database system. First one is reduced data redundancy. DBMS stores all the data at one place, and all the application programs that require this data can refer to the same central place. This centralization makes sure that data redundancy is reduced. Data may remain consistent and secure. Next advantage is control data inconsistency to a large extent. By controlling redundancy, the inconsistency is also controlled. Even if there is some redundancy retained in the database due to some technical reasons, the database management system ensures that any change made to either of the two entries is automatically made to the other. The next advantage is database facilitate sharing of data. That means sharing of data means that individual piece of data in the database may be shared among several different users. Also, database can control which user can view the what data. Then next advantage is it enforces standards. The database management systems can ensure that all the data follows the standardized structure and format. Fifth advantage is database can ensure data security. A database management system ensures the data security and privacy by ensuring access to the database is through a proper channel, and also by carrying out authorization checks whenever access to sensitive data is attempted. The next one is database ensure data independence. With DBMS or database management system, the system data descriptions and metadata are separated from the application programs. Any changes to the data structure are handled by the DBMS, and application programs are unaffected from it. This ensures data independence. These all are the data advantages of database system. There are mainly 6 advantages are there: reduce data redundancy, control data inconsistency, database facilitate sharing of data, enforce standards, centralized database can be ensure data security, ensure data independence. These are the 6 advantages of database system. Then now we already discussed that what is file-based system and what is database system. Then how we can convert from file system to DBMS or database management system. There are only 2 steps for converting that. First one is firstly move the repeating data in separate table. Here you can see the example patient table and doctor table. If in patient table there may be if there is doctor ID or doctor name, visit, room, everything, we can separate that into doctor table. Then the second step is converting file from establish relationship in the separated tables by adding common field as we added doctor ID field in the patient's table. Using the records of doctor table can be accessed. Like this, we can convert file system into Dbms system. There are some key concepts in the Dbms system. Mainly 7 key concepts are there in the Dbms system. First one is database schema. It is a representation of the structure or the design of database. It represents database table structure along with inter-table relationship. Schema is also called visual or logical architecture of a database. Next one is database instance. Database instance is related term to database schema. A database schema is a sketch of a planned database. It does not actually have any data in it. A database instance on the other hand, it is a snapshot of a database that exists at a particular time. That means the data which is stored in the database at a particular moment of time is called an instance of database. The next is metadata. We already discussed some metadata which in the other portion. Now we can discuss what is metadata. Metadata refers to a data about data. In a Dbms context, the data in the table have certain properties and attributes such as type, length, description of the columns or other characters that allow the Dbms to process the data meaningfully. Metadata is stored in the data dictionary. A data dictionary contains metadata such as the definition of all schema objects in the database. Next is data constraints. Data stored in a database must fulfill some rules and conditions so that only validated and required data is stored. The rules and conditions of the data are defined via data constraints. Next is query. A query is a type of command that retrieves data from a database stored on a server. A database query is usually written in SQL structured query language, a specified type of language created specifically for queries. Okay, the next is data manipulation. Data manipulation is the result of action queries discussed as part of queries. Data manipulation takes place when the data in table is inserted, updated or deleted. Next is database engine. A database engine is the underlying software component that a Dbms uses to create, read, update and delete data from a database. These are now today. Then if you have any doubts, you can ask when you come to the live. Thank you. Have a nice day.